All praises for that Creator who has created this universe for a purpose. Respected Sir Javed Akhtar Sahib, Mr. Saurabh Dwivedi, and respected audience, thank you all for being here today. In today's debate, we missed the talkers. If on the topic of does God exist, then this is a topic on which no decision can be taken. There may be different standards for picking. Therefore, it is important at the beginning of the debate, so that we know that in today's topic, which standard will be right and which will be wrong, will happen. The first standard that I understand, that our respected Sir Javed Akhtar Sahib will rush towards him with great speed, that is science, whereas science, in reality, to directly prove the existence of God, or disprove it, cannot be a standard to do. And what is the reason? I am not saying this. This is what those people are saying, who are experts in science. National Academy of Science, it says, science doesn't have the processes to prove or disprove the existence of God. Why? Because science is related to empirical evidence, and according to empirical evidence, our are from the natural and physical world, whereas God is non-physical and supernatural reality. Hence non-physical reality you cannot check it with a tool whose job is to find physical reality. So, today in this debate, scientific evidence cannot be accepted to prove or deny the existence of God. The second standard might be revelation, that we may prove through revelation that God exists or not. But this standard is also irrelevant today. Why? Because revelation is a source of knowledge near me, a valid source of knowledge. But near our Javed Akhtar Sahib, this is not a valid source of knowledge. Therefore, in today's debate, I will not give a single evidence, will not give from any religious scripture. For Javed Akhtar Sahib, he should not be unacceptable. Third, what may be possible is observation. No matter who says, show us God, if it is then show it. Or give empirical evidence on the existence of God. So this is the reality. Using the wrong tool to do. It is like this. Javed Sahib told me this request that Mufti Sahib, you should detect plastic through metal detector. Show, now plastic is no longer detectable. Therefore plastic does not exist. No, you are using the wrong tool. This tool cannot detect plastic. Therefore, I understand that the existence of God by demanding empirical evidence is a childish thing, and our respected Sir Javed Akhtar Sahib, we have gone far beyond this stage. Now only one standard remains, and that standard is intelligence, logic, reasoning, and this is the standard under which God's existence will be proved, or the existence of God will be denied. But this is a very important and sensitive topic, hence the logical argument should also be such that it is definitive and indefinite, which is as valid as 2 and 2 is 4, which is not possible to reject logically. For example, let us say, our respected Mr. Saurabh Sahib, he is a human being, and all human beings are conscious beings. Hence, what was the result? Our Saurabh Sir is also a conscious being. Is it an indefinite argument, or a definite argument? This is a definite argument. It's like 2 and 2. There is no logical way to reject this. Cannot be done. So if today, our Javed Akhtar Sahib gives any such intelligent argument and logical evidence on the non-existence of God, which is definite, even if it happens, I declare that I accept that evidence. We'll do and look into it. But I also announce this, I make this as a prediction that no one can present such a definite argument. We will argue, and will give definitive arguments. We'll give logical arguments. We'll give such an argument that the entire atheistic world can't refute it. Let's go. Now let us think of an example. A scenario, simple scenario, is requested from all the audiences. You and I are on an isolated island. An island where no one has ever been before us gone. While walking, suddenly you saw in front of you a pink-colored ball was lying. What is the first question that will come to your mind? Why did this ball come here? How did she come? Why is it pink in color? Could it have been some other color? Why is it in this shape? Could there have been some other shape? Naturally, you will arrive in such a way there is someone who has made this ball, with these specific properties, with and kept here, because you know that this ball is. It is not necessary for it to exist. It may or may not exist, and if it had to exist, then in some other form, maybe in some other color. Now you keep expanding this ball, it till these balls become the size of the universe. Tell me whether the question arises due to increase in size will change. Will never change. The question will still remain. Where did the universe come from with these specific properties? Where did it come from with these specific properties? Why did it come? Who made it? This question will remain valid at that time also. But this question, if we Mr. Javed Akhtar, if you talk to Sir, because of his world view, is atheistic, and not just theirs, meaning all the atheists are there, and atheistic. If you ask this question to someone who has their world view, ask, where did this universe come from? Then their argument will be either an argument from ignorance, or will be dogmatic. They will either say, I don't know how the universe came into existence, and hence God doesn't exist. Or they will say the universe came by itself. Then this means that the ball should also come by itself. But for the ball they will not accept the ball came by itself. But the universe came by itself. We can also call it dogma in another word. The second thing is definitely our Javed Akhtar Sahab. We'll definitely give the example of God of gaps. And we will give the example that in earlier times electricity, when it thundered, people turned to one God, and when it rained, people turned to another God. It was as per his wish. There was no argument for him. This is not our world view at all. This is not our world view at all, because of the process of natural phenomena. By knowing the interpretation, how does it prove that God does not exist? As, inshallah, I will talk about this further. You so will see this also, and I expect this. I am sure that our respected Sir Javed Akhtar Sahab will definitely give emotional arguments also, which is a logical fallacy when it comes to knows how to decide the truth. Why? For example, they would say that if God is so, why does evil exist? While I say evil exists, God, this is an argument for the existence of, not against it, because if God exists, then we all are before him are accountable. And if we are accountable, then for accountability, evil must be present. Without it we are not accountable. Could be, and if we are not accountable, so we will ask Mr. Javed Akhtar Sahab to tell me why this world is suffering again. Why am I in? If there is no God, then why are they suffering? And what about the spirit of those people, those who seek revenge after suffering? The spirit of will it go waste? Now let us come to the same example. That ball. If someone asks me, who made this ball, or who made this expanded ball, I would say that this universe and all the things in this universe are contingent. Being contingent means this, that which depends on someone for its existence. If you do, then obviously, this universe is contingent, and if something is not contingent, then I would request that I let us show you which thing is not contingent in the universe. Let us also pay attention, and let us also see. And when contingent things exist, so in the view of philosophers, in the view of the terminology, we reached the conclusion which is called a necessary being. That this is a necessary being whose not being present is not possible. If this does not exist, then all things will not come into existence. And all these contingent things depend on that. Now if you ask this question, where did that entity come from, then what is its cause? Then what is its cause? Then its cause, what is there? And go on endlessly. This is what we call infinite regress of causes, which is a logical fallacy. Conceptually, infinity is possible. For example, numericals, 1, go on counting 2, 3. There are infinite numbers. I am not talking conceptually. Well, by proving it practically in reality, show whether infinite regress of causes is possible or not. If possible, we will accept. If we are giving an example, and it is not possible, then only one option remains, which we call necessary being. Such a necessary being, which is independent, because if it becomes dependent, it will no longer be necessary. Such an independent being, what is eternal? If it will not be eternal, then its beginning if it happens, then it itself is contingent, a being that is powerful because contingent power is required to actualize, a being that is intelligent and knowledgeable because this universe, specific form and specific laws of nature running precisely under. Thank you, Mufti Sahab. After these arguments, all I want to give good news to Mufti Sahab. I would like to tell you that my knowledge about science is very limited, so don't worry. Yes, but I have some common sense. Look, this picture of God is not just any picture, and this has been happening since ages. Some of these religions may be 3,000 years old, maybe 4,000 years old, but humans have existed for some 10,000, 12,000 years, and there has always been some religion. This religion did not belong to the ignorant. This religion belonged to a Hasidic Greek society, where great philosophers would be born. This religion belonged to the Egyptians, who built the pyramids. They belonged to the Romans, whose architecture and senate, i.e., the first foundation of democracy, were limited, but democracy was there, had done. So their Jupiter was raw, Zeus was there. They had as much pride in him as anyone else today. An intoxicated man will be dependent on his god. Before Christianity came, there was Germanic religion. He had a god, he had a wife, he had 2 sons and a daughter. Then in Germany, when Christianity came to the Jews, so that god, his wife, and the entire family went away. So if we look at history, so whatever God is, he is more subtle. He didn't last forever. And those people who believe in them, you can tell them, he was ignorant. He didn't know anything. It's not like that. They were very capable people in their class. And in his work he did great things have done. There were philosophers, there were scientists. But where did his interest go? Where has their God gone? Today people believe that God exists in the world. Art, it belongs to you, madpers. Every medium expects one thing from you. Fight. What is this faith? What is the difference between faith and belief? This would be a very arrogant thing. But if any scholar says, "Sir, if God exists then show it to me," this would be an ignorant thing. I have not seen the North Pole, but I believe it is the North Pole. Why do I believe? Because if this world remains, even then it must have some top. Some people have even gone there. Common sense says this will happen. There is proof. There is evidence. There is reason. So this is not my faith. So what is the difference between faith and belief? Is it whatever madhab demands? Every madhab demands faith. Faith means that there should be no witnesses. There should be no proof. No rational, no logic, no proof, but you must accept one thing. This is faith. Otherwise there is belief. If there were any evidence in this, there would be evidence. Then how can there be belief in it? Like my belief is that North Pole is, I have little faith. Faith fulfills all these conditions. Then what is stupidity? If I believe one thing which has no logic, no rational, no proof. Yes, there is no proof. There is no proof, and should I accept that? So this stupidity happened. This one, brother, if tomorrow I believe that whatever Elon Musk is, he is my brother, then I will be so happy. I will also get a lot of peace, but say more. Why do you believe so much? What is the proof? Yes, brother, he is American. You are Indian. He seems like a race, even if you ever meet him. Look together. I have faith. I talked about this. The meaning of faith is that you prove. Can't, if you can prove it. If yes, then there is no need for faith. Then you will talk. How much argument have you made? Ultimately, every powerful person in the world on faith is stable. And faith means a belief for which there is no proof, no rational it is not. Now you say this. Why are you saying this? Who created this conspiracy? The amazing thing is that you told that on an island went and saw a ball. You didn't say who made the island. You got your head on the ball happened. We did not live on the island. We are island. Similarly, this island, the stars, this galaxy, These are all islands in the ocean. We take them for granted. We don't ask who made it. You didn't even ask about Jadar. How was I born? Was I born a plant? I was destined to be born, or there was a lucky sperm that stuck to one corn. My birth was random, and insane. What you call of insane there is nothing to do with nature. What you say is that one day justice will be served. Justice is a human concept. There is no justice in nature. If a she-dog eats a deer, no one will it is not always available. If a storm comes and destroys the green trees if it is thrown, then the storm does not go to jail. There is no justice in nature. That's why I don't need any justice by nature. Nature is all one. Now let us say, sir, look at what I ate. Had eaten. That my intestines did it like this, so he should be punished. No, that is Vassam. It is going on like this. Nature is against justice. In fact, it is a human concept. So whoever tells you that I will give you justice, I will give. That is the nature of human vehicle. This is not natural at all. This is not spiritual at all. Nature's walk, Saka. Let justice go, Saka. You get along. Now you lift hand dry. What is this? All the truth, all the lecky, all the decency. Lift is hand driven. What would happen otherwise? Either you will create chaos, you will be fine, we'll go, or there will be a traffic jam. Judiciousness, nonsense, bribery, fraud, all these things. Driving there is roundabout. There is nothing above this. We made this, just like we lifted the hand. Drive will be made. These are your lifts. This is ours. It has nothing to do with nature. The lion eats the heron and he goes to jail. There's nothing. It doesn't exist. So the promises that Junian's religions make to you, well, this is how we know that it is man-made. This Tassamson is not from anywhere else. Which is nature? Some people say nature itself, God is there. So there is no justice in nature, somewhere, and you're promising that you'll die inside will be available later. If I get it I will be very happy, but I don't believe I am talking, because I cannot create faith. The very fact that religions demand faith, this means that they have justification. It is not. It was good then. If religion is in moderation, no one is all that you. I might also be developing some qualities. See, this is the benefit from it. That is the benefit alcohol, which yes, it is mostly used in medicines. And a survey was done in America that the longevity is a false. So on one side there were those people who did not drink liquor at all, and on one side he was the one who used to drink a bottle of liquor while crying. Football dollar has lived a long life, which measures 2 packs. Drink liquor and sing cola, but the curse is considered exaggerated. I also think it is great I am. Why? This does not happen. Some things take habit, which is Benossi. To this day I am a man who drinks milk. If you meet him after 10 years, drink his glass, will happen. This doesn't happen. I keep drinking it since morning. Alcoholic I have not seen are alcoholic are. This is the tendency of madhab, that it grows. Like cancer grows, like wine wikis. There will be some people who use it properly. I'm sure our fund sir is also very happy among them. But how many people are there today? You see, the destruction that are there in the world. How much of a role do those people who are believers have in this? Say yes, all religions does not say this. How can it be then? But when they drink religion, so they behave like this. If only a little. So maybe that's a very good thing. But why not a little remains? There is tendency in it. First, a little if 2-3 cancer cells. Then you may be stable. But those 2-3 cells do not last, they would multiply. Javish sir, time is up. Is it time? A lot of things are over, so I am for the first inviting for the counter round. Mufti Sahib, your rebuttal, round 1. You have 7 minutes. Javish sir, I am very happy to hear from you. We are here, Marjus, meaning we enjoyed it. Now let us look at it logically. Actually, we requested yesterday from Mufti Sahib, Javed Sahib too, that Hindustani language and understanding can be understood by everyone, so explain when you do. Thank you. So first of all, our respected Javed Sahib mentioned that God is mortal. How many religions have gone ahead? Someone considered Jupiter as God, someone believed someone else. I say, the one who considered the contingent thing as God got it wrong. He is not God at all. He is not God at all. We are trying to prove the necessary being, that necessary cause which is eternal, which is both eternal and everlasting. We someone else don't sit to prove second thing. He said that faith and belief, this one, such is the definition of faith, which he presented for the first time. Sorry, he didn't do for the first time. Richard Dawkins first introduced it. I know this source. Where is it from? Epistemologically, you cannot differentiate between faith and belief like this, sir. Faith is right as well as wrong. Belief is both right and wrong, which is backed by logic, reason, and evidence. It will happen. That faith will be correct. And the faith you are talking about is illogical and is not behind it. So we are on the same page. We do not believe in that faith. The faith is such that there is no logic behind it. Yes, even if there is no evidence, we do not believe. We are admirers of the faith behind which there should be logic and evidence. So belief is both right and wrong. Faith is both right and wrong. So today the talk isn't about the difference between faith and belief. It is not happening today whether you accept faith or belief. Today the question will be about what is truth, whether truth, belief is correct, or truth, faith is right, and what is false faith and false belief. What is this? This is what is being discussed. The second thing they asked was stupidity again. What is it? If there is no faith, religion, stupidity, then what else is there? Because we believe in faith. So what is stupidity? I say, stupidity is atheism. Its meaning is that you are going on a road, and you go to some garden, and see it is written there, with flowers, I love Javed Akhtar. And I really do. I love you, sir. So, when you reach there, reaching there, now, tell me, would you say, wow, what a natural selection? What national selection is this? No. It is precisely designed. Behind this is a designer. So, if someone who is not accepting such a common sense that a precisely working universe is created, but says came by itself, I say that is stupidity. This is an irrational thing. Then our sir said, you focused on the ball, but did not focus on the island. Hey, just to explain who created the island. For this, I am giving the example of ball, and the ball is also contingent. Yes, the island is also contingent, both claim necessary being. Further, he said that in nature there is no justice. We decide what morality is. It happens. What is justice? We decide, like in the driving seat, like a traffic person. No, God said this. This is called false equivalence. This is a logical fallacy. Whatever you have done, giving example about driving and traffic, it is subjective morality. You cannot impose subjective morality on objective morality by taking it as an example. If you say that there is no justice in nature, if so, then it is natural for there to be no justice. Then let nature be nature. What should we do this? Are you striving to bring justice in the world? This is an illogical thing, an irrational thing. Therefore, there are many things that are objectively evil or good, and there are many things which are subjective, and subjectively, which is moral, or is it immoral? We call it social, by consensus, or by personal preference. Let's decide. But which is objective morality? The justice that came in this, what they repeated again and again, is objective, subjective. It is not. If you say it is subjective, then my question to you is it through social consensus? If oppression is justified, will be given, then will you justify the oppression? Secondly, he said this, if you drink 2 packs of liquor, it does not remain that much. It increases. Same is the case with religion. You drink 2 packs and it will increase. So this is such an example. You can fit it anywhere. Fit it on atheism too. When you take 2 packs of atheism, then it will grow into North Korea. Thank you. Thank you. I am inviting Javed sir for the rebuttal of the first round. You have 7 minutes altogether. We'll reset, please. I am happy that Mufti Sahib also agreed that there is no justice in nature. So anything that is not made by man, so there is no justice. I want to ask you one thing. When you go to the garden, you see very beautiful flowers. Any of these, it is not natural. All these flowers have been made by crossing. There are flowers in the forest. No hands as small are there. These flowers are made by humans, which you can find in the garden. While they say after seeing it, it is made by humans by crossing different flowers. First go to the forest, to the wilderness. You will not see such flowers. These roses are not natural. Roses. This the man has achieved it. Man has done many things. I hope you told me one thing and you didn't respond. Due to which I complain. What is faith, and why do you ask for faith? You are logical. You have all the rationals. There is all the evidence. So why do you demand faith? That brother, you surrender and don't ask any more questions. No religion gives you the courage to ask all the questions. And forbids from asking questions. You will lose yourself. Why do you stop? The reality is that what is human character? Human nature is that there are 2 types of people in the world. There were people, one who respected his righteousness. Secondly, they are those who have awakened with their energy or light, and have made known. What is that? What you are saying. Today you are surprised as to how this universe was made. People always wondered why the sun sets in one place, but comes out of another. And you go one step to believe forever, brother. You go. After this, they say don't question where this is from came. This power is always there. So what is the problem in believing after universe? Go one step further. Was it always there? Or was it not? We don't know. And to say that we don't know is amazing. That all the religions in the world know. How was this world created? How will it be destroyed? What will happen after death? They know everything. There used to be dinosaurs. Didn't know. Not to anyone. In any powerful book of the world, there is no mention of dinosaurs. But everything else, how to make universe in 4 easy lessons, and the rest they know. They claim they know everything. We should have this humility in us, that let us say that we do not know many of these things. But we do not have to worship them. Don't bother with your ignorance. Let us try to find out. The world in which you sit, sir, is this hall, this electricity, this mic, the plane in which you came, the car in which you came here. All this has been created by those people who had asked questions. This world in which you are today, this was created by those people who raised questions, hand done. And at every stage these questions were forbidden, was said this is wrong. You read history, read Bertrand Russell in which about religion and science. He says since how long religion has been against science. And the extent is that they were against the steam engine. Also that fatwas were issued against him. Vatican gave so this. Always as soon as these right-wingers come in America, in power. So what do those who say about themselves? Seed, what do you say? Seed what? Which yes. No. It was the seeds that were the power. Yes. No, bro. The one which is part of the human body. Research stops on that. Republicans don't let us do it. Hey brother. Why are you so afraid? Once upon a time, all of them were very angry. Religious people, that they are trying to make human beings more human. What troubles you? If you make it, then make it. What is this fear? And all this, whatever you say today, is impossible. How did this happen? I remember the story. When I was in 6th class, I was studying mathematics. I was very weak, so a teacher was hired. He taught 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't forget that day with me. The day he told me what is 1 divided by 2. And what is 3 divided by 4? I felt as if my head would burst from the middle. This man is saying to go inside the cave while walking. Today I laugh at this thing. So today the things which are completely beyond your mind are, and you look surprised. There will come a time when it will seem trivial, and it has happened. You are just a human date. You will not take so many decisions so quickly. We don't know this a bit. What is there in saying this? How far does this universe extend? When has this been happening, and how long has it been there? We don't know. When did you decide? With your help she became a 14 billion year old universe, which is understood. Calm for hundreds, millions, billions of years. Before that, what were you doing sitting? Was just sitting yawning. Then the idea came from him. Friend, let's do one thing. Time to pass time, to make the universe. Just think, he has always been there, right? But the universe does not exist forever. This has been created. And what was there before that? What was their work? What is it? This is very easy. But we are slowly coming to know today. In years, 2,500 years ago, someone just told you. What did you think? Went. So since then only those who have been believing for 2,500 years, it was said earlier, everything has changed. Things are being solved. Today neither science nor any philosopher claim they know everything. Right now we know how much we don't know. So we fight our ignorance, not worship it. Yes, it's time. Thank you. Thank you. Too, in the series I am inviting Mufti Sahib. To you once again. It's only 7 minutes. Thanks. Sir Javed Akhtar Sahib is repeating this many times. Want to tell the meaning of faith? I told it. Faith is both right and wrong. And today we are not talking about faith. We're talking about truth. And does God exist? Does God exist? This is the truth, i.e. whether God exists or not. Which of these two is true? Now you call it faith, call it belief, not my business. After that you said that religion stops one from questioning. I say, whoever stops may stop. I don't stop. Rather question. Questions should be asked. By asking questions we move forward. Let's progress. And that's why I have come here today. But the question will not be only to God. It will happen to you too. The question will also be to atheism. The question will not be only to religion. It will be to everyone. And today I will ask, and hopefully you will answer. There, now you haven't answered about the contingency argument. Let's go. You said. Why don't you say eternal about the universe? It is not logically possible that may the universe be eternal. Universe 1. Contingent is something which is dependent on time and space. It is limited, bound by time and space. Will be bound by time and space, that will be contingent. Which will be contingent? That must have been its beginning. Which must have started. He cannot be eternal. This is a common thing. You said that dinosaur is not mentioned in any religious book. It is a pity that, till today no. In the mathematics book I read about dinosaurs. No mention found. So does this mean mathematics book is useless? No, that topic of his it is not. The topic of revelation and religious book is not to teach you to make a cycle. The topic is not to come and tell you when dinosaurs existed. So he has come to teach morality about God, came to tell. Reality of non-physical reality, came to teach. Religion science stops. Doesn't stop. If it stops then it is wrong. Thus, religion stops scientism, in which our Javed sir involves. Science. There is a difference between science and scientism. Scientism is that you understand that science and scientific methodology is the only way to acquire knowledge. This is scientism. We reject that thought. We believe in science. If you read our complete history, then you will get to know. But that is a different topic. After that he said the Vatican has issued a fatwa. The Vatican has nothing to do with the fatwa. Both are contradictory words. After that they said that we do not know. If you don't know then say it clearly. Don't know. What's the harm in this? So that's what I'm saying. You can say that you don't know. But why are they claiming that God does not exist? You say you don't know, maybe so, maybe not, but you were claiming. The moment you say, God does not exist. This is a claim. And now the burden of proof is upon you too, like it's on us. And let me tell you why. I will also tell you why. Philosophically, when a claim is made, it's not only that humans say positive claim, do it, and make a negative claim, so there is no burden of proof. For example, if I say there is no one in that room, I have claimed a knowledge that no one is in that room. Or should I say I don't know, it may happen. It may not happen. This is not a claim. But when I say there's no one there, or am I saying there is someone, both are claims, and for both the burden of proof is on. Burden is on us too. I have given the contingency argument. Break it if you can. The last thing he said before God created the world, thousands of years ago or millions of years earlier, what was God doing? Hey, has that? Well, anyway, I will answer you are our respected personality. If you weren't there, I would not be entertaining this thing. Time, this was so years ago or so years later, before, after, now. These are those words whose connection is with time. That time has just started. After the beginning of the universe, then before that, what was God doing? The question is illogical. This is a fallacy. That is, you say before the universe was formed, what was God doing? Before time was created, its relation is with time. When time didn't exist, so this question itself is invalid about God. Second thing, the argument of contingency that I have presented. You keep saying that the God of gaps. Look, we didn't know earlier, but science answers. I would explain with a simple example how the gaps you are talking about. Science fills the gaps with whatever will be contingent. Now, whether it is force or matter or energy. Therefore, our question will be valid in that category also, unless you come to necessary being go. And infinite regress is not possible causes in practical will. So obviously stop somewhere, we'll have to wherever we stop. God is there. Second thing, you. What was I saying? No, after that, wherever we stop, God is the only one. Then time has been mentioned. God of gaps, sorry. Take an example of this. There is a car, a gentleman saw that. What a car, how well placed are its wheels. Its steering is also in the right place, which is, what a beautiful place it is. And how well designed are the seats, how precisely this car is working. So definitely someone has created it. Someone has created it. Now Jade sir may come and then say, sir, open the bonnet. It has engine. The engine is driving this car. Hence prove no one has created the car. This is illogical. This is irrational. You have proved that gap through the engine did. But what about the creation of the car and its creator? Is it possible? Hey, is this possible? His question is over. Is this possible? No. You filled the gaps through a contingent explanation. Broadened my observation further. Now we learn more that this car, how complex is its system. Earlier we understood less. Now there is more complexity. Now we understand, and our certainty increased further, that someone must have made this car. Yes, this is the case with the universe. Science has always studied things of the physical world. We'll keep filling, and only with physical things, will continue to be done, because of empirical evidences from the physical world. You cannot understand metaphysical reality through science. Can never prove. This is using the wrong tool. This is the same thing that you do with a metal detector. Trying to prove plastic through a metal detector, which is wrong. Thank you. This is round 2 of the argument. This is round 2 of the argument. 7 minutes. First of all, I would like to remind you that you said that when there was no universe, there was no wax, there was nothing. How could it not be there? God it was. There was an existence of God. So when there was God, there would also be wax. It's not like there was nothing. It was God. Well, you said the remaining one, sir. You please obey. You also have logic. I also have logic, sir. It is not my responsibility to prove that God is. Bertrand Russell said something great. If I claim to you that the tea kettle is revolving around Mars, then it's not your job to prove that there is no kettle. This is my job. I have claimed. People make this claim that it is God. Should I confirm anything or not? Unless you convince me, I will not agree. It is your responsibility. It is not my responsibility. Secondly, that these are the gaps that you are saying. Whenever these gaps challenge a strong person, hey, when something like this comes up, there's an uproar. Goes that when he challenges to some faith, all these sciences are available in various places at various times. The party has tried to remain steadfast. His book Religion and Science by Burton Russell. Do read it. You will like it. It is the history of science and religion. This is his relation with science. Well, now if we think that anyway this existence exists and this belief in God makes a person a better person, so do one thing, get a map of India and the world, and mark where religion is more, wherever, be it Latin America, or Middle East, or Far East, or those areas of India where religion prevails. Put the map, now the second map, where injustice, reparation, women's rights, where is the violence, oppression, dictatorship, the map will be the same. So tell me, what is the trick to use it? What is it? Please tell me God's trick. If you sell even a small medicine on the street, even for that there is a procedure, no one finds the utility of it, all of which are bad countries, bad communities. Yes, they do all this evil in the name of God. They do wrong, they do right. What do I have to do with it? It feels like a whiskey when you use it, doesn't it? Have you ever seen a bottle of water? It is red in color. Yes, there is light shining above a whiskey bottle. It looks beautiful. What bad does it bring? Its use is wrong. That's why you dislike it. Its use is wrong. Of this picture, the usage itself is wrong and has always been wrong. You have seen the events. You have seen this whether in India or the world. What is happening? How are you using it? Are people of faith fair and just? Those who believe in their gods. What kind of people are they? Do they give justice to the people? Has he become a better person? So what is the benefit of this medicine? Okay, I am getting a lot of benefits so I can use it. Will take. I don't see any benefit from this medicine. I think so. Let me tell you one more thing. If a man is religious and a good man, so I respect him a lot, because I think it's more difficult for a religious person to be better than a man like me who is an atheist. Brother, there is a limit to everything. You can go so far, can run so far only, can lift this much weight, can't lift this much you can see this far. You can't see that far can. In the same way the common man says that goodness in you there will also be a quota. Now if you go to your place of worship in the morning, and after worship you feel good about it, so here you feel that you did a great job. A huge quota of goodness was said, due to which no one got any benefit. There is no benefit. I don't go such places. So I will have to feed someone, will need to help a widow. How do I adjust my quota? You can do your quota. All the religious people in absolutely useless things. Even after that, if you still are a gentleman, then it's such a good. Firstly, I like this very much. Both the scholars believe in time, and your arguments for a long time, and save yourself again and again before your time. After completing your tasks sitting on his chair, this completes round 2 of this argument. Now it's round 2 of the rebuttal, and then the cross. There will be examination. No, your argument is done, sir. Panch Parmeshwar. In our Arhan school syllabus the story taught is written by Prangchan Jai. You have been sure. I will not let any of your rounds be missed. Rebuttals round to Mufti Shumail Sahib. The real problem is the real problem. Yes, that is that Javish Sahib has the concept, and God is not clear. They said that God existed before the universe. Even then there would be time. That time is part of the universe. We believe in that God. He should be timeless of being. It is necessary to happen. He is the creator of time. When he has created time, how can he be within time himself? When he has created space, how can he be within that space? How can he be bound by time and space when he himself created them? So this point is illogical that if God exists then he must be within time. We are bound by time and not God. We are from the physical world while God is metaphysical. Then he gave the example that a tea kettle is flying in the air, and gave the reference to Bert Russell. But this is the very problem, that we cannot differentiate between things. The example you gave is about imagination. And what I am proving is logical necessity. If you come to imagine then do anything. Jupiter, there will be a pink elephant, there will be a unicorn. What difference does it make to the universe? From here you cannot prove logical necessity. So I am talking about the prime cause without whom the universe cannot exist. The second thing he said about science challenges religion, etc., etc. That is not our topic today. I don't want to waste my time on that now. Our discussion is not on religion. In our view, religion doesn't object to science. Our objection is not scientism, and not science, as I have already spoke earlier. The other thing he said is to take the world map. Take the world map of two different regions. Hazrat, I said this. I have done my homework. And I took a map of the Middle East and took a map of Europe, this religion also area, and this liberal and atheist area. I know it turns out that the maximum number of rape cases are there in Europe. I came to know about this because of the UN report. I am not bringing this from home, which of there are working women in European countries. 81% of them are subjected to sexual harassment of women. Those who are working women. This is not in the Middle East. It is not happening in the Middle East. They are religious. That's why it doesn't happen. Secondly, you said that religious men's being good due to general society is difficult. Odd, it is very difficult. It is very difficult, so this means that apart from God you do have a better standard for good. I would like conversational style discussions and segments, but let's talk about this much. This is round 2 of rebuttal. You have 5 minutes, it's time. And after this we will start the cross-examination. If you want the questions he asked, you can also give their answers in rebuttal. When you're talking one thing and you're arguing with me, so don't call me metaphysical. You will prove me logically, and if you don't talk logically, yes, sir, this is metaphysical, so then what are you talking about? Then you and me are talking about what? Then if you say time wasn't there always, then we say God was always there. To say always is part of time. If there is no time, then there cannot be an always. And what I see, when you say there are more rapes in the liberal world, what is the situation of the world then we see in this world where God is even believed moves without? How is the world doing? 45,000 children under 10 years of age have died in Gaza. They die of hunger. Children die in black pots and die of diphtheria. Diphtheria is weird. The throat becomes blocked. The child turns blue. Poorest child, because they are helpless. If God can do whatever he wants, that's why you pray. Do this work for us, do that. So this means he interferes in daily life, and he is seeing this, if that is even a sentence, for discussion's sake. So when I see the world, so in my heart I feel no respect for him. What is it you are doing? You are all-powerful, be omnipotent, omnipresent. Then you must be in Gaza too, since you are everywhere. You were watching how that child was being blown up. You were watching, and you want. I worship you, even if you are for real. Hey friend, better than him is our Prime Minister. He at least does few things. Wonderful. Who are you worshipping? Even if he exists. This world is full of injustice, oppression. It was full of force and coercion. And you don't say that he is watching, and he will tell one day. If he is watching and does not interfere, so why do you pray then? You say, get this work done for me. This means he can interfere. He can get you a job better than others, even if someone else doesn't get it. But it will do the work for you, because you have asked for. So when he can get you a job, get a girl married, your son can get a green card, then at least he can prevent these children from dying. Do something. They say he owns the world, an omnipotent ruler. And this is how the world is going. I would prefer not to have someone like this. If there is, then it is a matter of shame. Thanks. Now also a glimpse of the gentlemanliness of these scholars will happen, and time we have allotted is 16 minutes. First question, would you like to ask? Yes, absolutely. Earlier you also said it was yours. You will take the mic in your hand. Get this from below. Yes, Can we remove these days? A little quietly. Move the days back just a little, so that these people sitting here and there. Easy. Meanwhile, you all can also prepare your own questions. Take it. Keep in mind that I will give questions from here. You guys have to put your hands up, tell me your name, and complete your question in maximum 3 sentences have to do. Many people start giving speeches instead of questions. Have to avoid that today. Yes, Mufti Sahib, the first question is yours for a minute. Questions for both of us. Yes, thank you very much.